this is Christy from Christy's Kitchen. Happy Thanksgiving. Today we're going to be making our mom's famous pumpkin pie. It has a cheesecake bottom with a pumpkin pie top. It is absolutely delicious, and once you make it, they're not going to want any other kind of pumpkin pie. That's for sure. So let's get started. First, we're going to have our 9-inch deep dish. You need to make sure they're deep dish store-bought pumpkin shells. I don't do bakery things, so pumpkin or pie crust is not my thing. So then we're going to start with the cream cheese bottom. So we're going to start with one little box of the cream cheese. Make sure it gets softened. And to that, we are going to add 1 egg. Okay. And a 1/4 cup of sugar. And let's see here, half a teaspoon of vanilla. I like a little bit extra vanilla, so it's okay if you go over. All right, and then we are going to mix this up. Make sure I have enough cord. We're gonna mix this up till it's nice and creamy, and then we're gonna add it to the bottom of our pie crust. I put the pie crust in for just a couple minutes just to make sure the bottom isn't like soggy or anything, so. You wanna make sure you get all those cream cheese lumps out. So the softer it is, the better it is. It's easier to mix that way. Let's crank this baby up a little bit. Hopefully you can still hear me. Get that nice and creamy. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, make sure we get all that goodness off of there. Okay. And all right, come on, drip. There we go. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna add this. Make sure you get your nice and creamy. We're gonna add this, half of it to one side, half of it to the other. What's good about this pie, it's basically a dump it in and then you cook it. My mom's been making this forever, and when she passed away, I took on that responsibility. And no offense, Mom, but I think I perfected it. So, all right, let's see. Let's smush this around on the bottom. Yeah, there we go. And just, like I said, just kind of smooth it around so it's even on the bottom. Okay. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna rinse my beaters off, and then we will start with the pumpkin pie part. Hi, this is Christy. Welcome back to Christy's Kitchen. We're still making our pumpkin pie. The next part we're gonna make is the pumpkin pie part. So we're gonna start with 1 1/4 cups of pumpkin puree, not the pumpkin pie mix, the pumpkin puree, which we don't want any spices because we're gonna add all of our spices into it. So we want it just the plain pumpkin. So 1 1/4 cups. Okay. All right, try to get all that pumpkin out. Okay. Next, 1 cup of evaporated milk. Okay. We're gonna do 2 eggs slightly beaten because it makes it a little bit easier to incorporate. If you can break the egg open. All right. And let's just get a fork out and beat that slightly. Okay, there we go. We're gonna incorporate that in. Okay. This is about a pinch of salt. We're gonna add that in. So there we go. And let me move my board. Okay, 1 cup of sugar. So this is my 1/4 cup spoon, so we're gonna do 2 of these. Okay. And this is a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and a tablespoon of cinnamon. All right. We're going to start mixing this up a little bit. I try to mix it by hand a little bit before I get the mixer in because it's very wet and it tends to go everywhere. So let's try to incorporate a little bit of this together. I wish you could smell this. It smells delish. Okay. And if you like a lighter recipe, like a lower sugar recipe, I use the Splenda sugar blend. You only use, so like for 1/2 cup, it would only be a 1/4 cup of the sugar blend, and you really can't tell the difference. I'm diabetic, so I try to cut sugar where I possibly can. Okay, let's get this all together. All right, let's get that mixer in here. Do it very low. You just want to make sure all that cinnamon is incorporated with the pumpkin, the egg, all that is all incorporated with the evaporated milk. So it just makes a very smooth, golden pie. Okay. Oh, I was saying when I had the mixer on, you probably couldn't hear me. You want to just make sure everything is incorporated in there so that it's smooth and all the cinnamon's in there. We'll take the spatula and just kind of get all that in there. You just want to make sure it's all incorporated, and it's a very runny mixture, but it will firm up in the oven. We will be baking this at a 350 degrees, and I use a big pan like this. Let's move this out of the way. And what I do is I put water on the bottom of it, so it's almost like in a water bath. It helps with the cheesecake, plus it makes your pumpkin pie not crack. So, and we're gonna cook that at 350 for 65 to 70 minutes. It just depends on your oven, okay? All right, let's pour this on. It's like half on this one. Half on this one, a little bit more on this. And there we go. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna pop these in the oven. Let's clean this up a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna pop these in the oven with a water bath for 65 to 70 minutes, and through the power of the internet, we'll be back shortly. Hi, welcome back to Christy's Kitchen. Through the power of the internet, my pies are done. The crust got a little, I don't know, but it's, you know, store-bought, and you know it's homemade. I put it in a water bath, and I didn't tell you how much. I usually take the pan and probably about halfway up the width of, or the depth of your pan. That's how much water I'm going to put in there, because as you can see, most of the water's already gone, but it makes sure it makes it so that it stays moist and it doesn't crack. So we're going to plate this baby up. So when you cut pies, you go first down the middle, then to the side, and then you can make the smaller cuts that way. So you do it in half, then fourths, then eighths. Okay. Then I usually just cut it in half, and then we can plate this up. And I just use can. You can make your own whipped cream if you'd like, but I just use the can. Makes it easier. Okay, and voila. So you can see your little cheesecake bottom over here. And there you go. Perfect. And voila, there is your mom's famous pumpkin pie. Enjoy.